And today I have a guest from which state are you from?
I am from Oregon.
Oregon. And do you remember how we met?
I met you all the way back at Anime Expo in July of 2013.
Long time ago.
Quite a while.
And since then, we've been a friend, I believe.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So, actually, could you just explain what's your background?
Well, I've been a longtime fan of Japanese manga and anime for at least 30 years now. I've explored through all the genres, action, mystery, comedy, the erotic kind, just whatever I enjoy. You know, I always enjoy looking for new things, new art styles. Just, you know, I'm always looking for that next horizon.
Okay. What was your first manga or anime you are into?
Well, the first anime that I got into, both manga and anime, was Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball on TV show?
Yes.
So, what kind of impression did you have at the time?
I thought it was the coolest thing ever.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that, you know, that there was this, you know, kid with a tail and he had this stick and he could just, you know, kick the crap out of anybody. You know, I just thought it was the coolest thing. You know?
But what's the big difference is, you know, I think, you know, you already had a superhero type of things.
True, but what I liked about Dragon Ball was that the character wasn't perfect. You know, he had some flaws. You know, he had to train, had to improve upon it. He couldn't just, you know, go up to his opponent and just beat him. Like, he had to think like, okay, can I beat this guy? Sometimes he could, sometimes he couldn't. You know, and that's what was always endearing to me, was that, you know, he always had to improve upon himself for that next challenge.
How did you feel, you know, his art style, Toriyama Akira's style?
I thought it was both very artistic, but also simplistic at the same time. Like you know, it does look like it is his style, but it also looks like something that most people could also draw themselves. Like if they wanted to get into manga, they could look to Toriyama's style to start with, and then maybe build upon it for themselves.
So I believe at the time you had already Pokemon.
Yes.
So wasn't it a bit childish, Pokemon?
For me, no, because again, you still have the story of kind of the hero's journey with Pokemon as well. So.
I see. So then you encountered Gundam.
Yes. Yeah.
What's, you know, how did you feel about Gundam? So just kind of cool stuff?
It was cool, but on a personal level, I kind of somewhat related with the main character, whose name was Amuro Ray, because at that time I too was getting into computers, and that character was kind of a tech guy. So again, on a certain level, I could kind of relate to that character. You know, and at that time I was 10 years old, and the character in the show was 15 years old. I thought, oh wow, here's a 15-year-old boy piloting a mech. You know, how cool would that be? You know, that was what I was thinking about that.
Sometimes, you know, from a point of view, you know, he was sometimes, you know, whining. Right, bitching out.
Right.
So it's awkward or anything, you know, peculiar to you?
No, because, you know, at that time too, you know, I admit as a child, I was a bit whiny too, you know, and my parents were kind of, you know, to give me, you know, that, you know, tap on the shoulder, saying, you know, hey, you need to kind of, you know, watch what you're doing. And Amuro in Gundam had that too, you know, there'd be times where a father figure would step in and say, you know, hey, you need to stop whining here, kind of grow up a little bit, you know, so.
Okay, so anything else you love, you know, to watch, you know, the robotic kind of, you know, the anime?
I've watched multitudes of robot anime. I've watched Macross. Macross, one of my favorites. Zoids, I've watched. Gurren Lagann, which is another gun. Let's see. Oh, there's Evangelion, one of my all-time favorites.
How about Transformer?
Transformers 2. I admit though, that actually came out before I was born, but I did catch the reruns of it.
I see. Wow, amazing. So many.
Yeah.
You love anime, especially Gundam.
Yeah. Well, because also when I was about 10 or 11, I started building the model kits too.
I see.
Because around that time, they actually started importing the model kits from Japan to here at the local anime shop that I would go to.
Okay. Next time you just you can talk about Gundam more.
Sure, yeah.
Thank you for today.
Thank you.